will be monitoring the chat. So please say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're joining us from. All right, everyone, if you can hear me, let me know. Hello, Espicala. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I see my videos there now. Baltimore. Welcome. Do you play in a club in Baltimore? Maybe the, what is the one they have in the DC area? Forgot what it's called, the Beltway Backgammon Club. Hello, Scott Salisbury from Greenwich, Connecticut. So who's there in Connecticut? I know Jamie Weinstein is in Connecticut. I don't remember exactly where, but maybe you play with him. Yeah, Beltway Backgammon Club. Yeah, my friend Jason Lee plays there too. So since you're in Baltimore, did you go to the Cherry Blossom recently? So we're waiting for the players. Again, this is the Charlotte Invitational Open Invitational Backgammon Tournament. Thank you to Jeb Horton and his team for running the tournament. It's an outstanding tournament. Also, thank you to Andy Lindenberg and Graham Bryant for running the stream, and Stu Steen Collinley for helping organize everything. Everyone, I also appreciate the USBGF and the ABT for sanctioning this event. If you're not a member, I highly recommend becoming a member of the USBGF. You have a lot of benefits. You can play in these tournaments. You can play in the online tournaments. There's a lot of educational activities that you can do. And hello to Robert Black in Provo, Utah. Isn't that where the IRS has an office? I get letters from them. And Daniel P. Casanova from Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. All right. And if you like, you can check out my YouTube channel. Just look up Alex Backgammon. You'll get it. If you love backgammon, you can become a member of the channel, giving you exclusive access to the most popular videos. And there are links to my books, so you can get those. I recently wrote a book called Backgammon Online Match, where the Backgammon USBGF members played a match online against Roberto Litzenberger, and that was run by Jason Lee, and I was the commentator. Okay, so they're moving the scoreboard to the other side.
Good, good.
Oh, now it's not visible on the
Put it
screen.
back over there then.
There we go. Thank you.
That's fine.
There it is.
Match.
Okay, so they're playing on a beautiful Chrysloid board. This is one of the new felt boards. Let me know if you guys have played with it. Played on it. Roberto is playing the dark blue checkers at the top. Gary, the light blue checkers at the bottom. Bearing off on the left. There's a clock. They're not using a baffle box. It's a 9-point match. All right, dueling 5-1s, and now 3-1 for Roberto. He makes his 5-point, the best point you can make in your board in the opening. You already have the 6-point. Now Gary anchors with the 3-2. 3-2. Now all he needs is a 3-1 to equalize the position. 4-3. So there's not much you can do here. Yeah, Scotty Kellender's in Connecticut. Just plays to the 6-point. Yeah, the cherry blossom looks good. Did you have fun? Now 3-2. There is a little bit of a delay. So if you guys are commenting on the plays, please let me know the role that you're talking about and who it was for, um, so I can go back and look at which player you're discussing. Now 5-4. You got to play 2 behind. It unstacks is 6-point. I may have to take breaks intermittently, but I'll do the best I can. Now it's 6-2. So Roberto's considering running. He can do that because he has a stronger board and Gary has 2 blots in his board. Alternatively, he can play something like 13-5. So he's probably counting the race. 147 minus 8 is 139. Okay. 140. So it's close. It's a close race. What would you guys do with the 6-2? What else is there? 2 off the 8-point. You can also play 8-2 and then 13-11. That becomes a builder for the bar point and the 9-point. Looks like he does decide to run. So now it's hard for Gary to attack. Maybe with a double 2 he can do that. 2 there, and then 6-2. Okay, give me just a moment, please. Okay, stepped away for a moment. Now 4-2 for Roberto. Good roll, makes the 4-point on head and the rack. So now he has a 3-point board to Gary's 4-point board. 2-1. He can step up all the way or he can come down like that, staying out of harm's way. This duplicates the 6-4. 5-4. So the question is, does he step up? He can make the ace point on head. He can bring 2 down. He can play 13-4. A lot of reasonable options. I think you've got to do this to prevent Gary from escaping or doing something constructive. It's a tempo play. Double 3. Okay, so that was a good roll. 1. He's going to make that point, and then maybe just minimize blots. That was a great roll by Gary. 6-4 for Roberto. He can hit or he can run. A little Roy from Miami. Thank you for joining us. And let me ask you guys a question. Who here is a member of the USBGF? Say yes if you're a member, no if you're not a member. So Roberto's looking as to how to play this 6-4. Seems like there are only two real choices, 24 to 14 and 13 to 3 hitting. It's a little dangerous to hit because he owns the ace point and he has a weaker board. So if he comes in after being hit, he's not behind a solid prime. Roberto is behind a 5 prime, a solid 5 prime. Scott, you would run from the back. I think that's what I do too. It leaves also a 6-5 and any 2, so that's 12 numbers a third of the time. That means 2/3 of the time you're not going to get hit. So that's what he chooses. Gary's looking for a 2 or a 6-5. 6-5 would be really good. Nope, double 3. So maybe slot the ace point, just like that. So it's a 9-point match. They have 2 minutes per point on the clock. 5-4 is great. He makes the 9-point and a 12-second delay. Let me know if you're not familiar with the clocks and how they work, and I can help explain it. 6-4, if he comes out, he's coming into a triple shot, and then he would have to play it to 2. This seems like a lot more reasonable. Yeah, the race is close. Roberto can't double yet. 5-3. So you want to keep the block 6 away from the checker. So you come there, and I think you just come 13 to 5, just like that. Yes, you're a member of the USBGF. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you for being members. The other question I have for you is, do you like the remote commentary like we're doing as compared to a live commentary, an in-person on-site commentary where someone is actually on the site? The disadvantages of that is that usually in the first few rounds, everyone's playing, so there aren't commentators available. So now at the 5-1, thank you for responses. 5-1. I don't think you can afford to hit. You don't want to clear the 9-point. That's the 5, and it's a matter of whether you want to play 5-4 and or 13 to 12, and that pays off to the 5-4. Yeah, so now if he rolls a 5-4, he has a shot. 6-4, that's perfect. Now it's probably too good to double. Cocked. Must roll again. 4-1. You got to play the 5-point and slide. That way, large numbers work. You always want to think about how double 6, double 5, double 4, 6-5, 6-4, 5-4 play, as well as essentially all the numbers. I might have brought it to the 6-point. That way you keep a closed board for longer. Okay, so now he's bringing them in. Oh, you love the book. Thank you. Oh, you read the online match book. Yeah. Good. And people seem to like the other one too, the Grandmaster match. Guess he's playing for the Gammon. I may have cleared the 6-point myself there. Now you've got some bad rolls. 6-5, 6-4, 6-3, 5-4, 5-3, 4-3. Okay, so he came in. So now Gary's looking to just roll big doubles, try to bear them all off before Roberto bears off a single checker to get 2 points instead of 1. 6-4 comes in perfectly to the 6-point. That's what you want to try to do when you're saving gammons. Double 4, great roll. With another double, he can scare him. 6-3, so he's going to bring 2 in, clearing the 9 point. There's no benefit of playing 8-5. Gary's looking for another double. 6-1 doesn't get it. Even another double next would help. 5-4. So now I think he can save it with anything. 6-3. All right, so he saves the gammon. Gary takes a 1-0 lead. And if you read the book, you'll know that means 8 away, 9 away. The away score refers to, I don't know what he's thinking about.
Can't do it.
What is he thinking about? The away score refers to how many points you need to win the match. So this is a 9-point match with 1 point. Gary needs 8, so he is 8 away. With 0 points, Roberto needs 9, so Roberto is 9 away. This is a race to 9 points, so you really need to know how far away you are from the finish line. What's happened before doesn't matter. Now 2-1 for Gary. Slots the 5 point. Standard opening play. 4-2, so he hits, and this is where you should come down. (4-2) for Gary. So he's going to come in with the 4 and then make the 11 point with the 2. Blocking 6s from that advanced checker. 6-2. Okay, so this is where you make the 18 point. It's a great point. Double 5. So he can't move the back 2 checkers. He can come to the 11 point, which I think I do. And then you want to make an inner-board point? I don't know. I think I'd probably just play the 6 and the 8. So 1. No, that's not it. 1. I think you have to come down. Oh, he's looking to make the 3 point. Okay. That leaves Roberto 4s and 2s. 6-1 is okay. He can make the 5 point. I see players often incorrectly make the 7 point. The benefit of making the 5 point is it's inner board point, and you unstack the 6 point. So he comes around, leaves a 2. 4-2 is duplicated. 5-3. You can make the 3 point. There you go. Now he has a 3 point board. 4-2. So I think I slot 2 points. 9-5, 6-4. Just prepare your board. And now Roberto can consider coming off the anchor with like 5-3 or 5-2 with those 2 blots on the board. Doesn't get it. Gets a 4-1. So he can play to the 8 point, or he can play the 9 and play 6-5, giving him an extra builder for the 4 point. That's what he does. So 6-2 and 5-3 hit. 5-2 does not. I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I had to go take care of my daughter. She has strep throat. Hello to Scotty Kellen. So it looks like Roberto's doubled, and now he has a 6-5 to play. Guess you decrease shots by playing 13-2 and duplicate the aces. 5-4. I think you just kill your fives there. Roberto's looking to cover. He can cover with the 2, and then the 5 is just 13-8. Now 4-2, it brings one in. I think you just play 4-2. 8-6 just gives him a 6-1 for free. Okay, and your double sixes play bad next. 5-4, only a 4. Double 2. So here you might want to clear the 5 point because your fives are bad. You can bear one off. Yeah, this is probably better, but that's something you should always consider. When you have a stack on the highest point against an ace point game, the second highest point, you're going to want something there. Because now if he rolls a 6-5 or 5-4, he's going to leave a shot. So now 6-5, 5-4, double 6, and double 5 are bad. And maybe some other ones. Now 6-5 would leave a double shot, but Gary's board is starting to crash. 4-1, only a 1. 5-4, that's a shot. The 5 is forced. That's what happens against an ace point game. 5-3, can't move. 6-3, another shot. 6 is forced. Yes, you just minimize shots by playing 6-3. Half his wish. Plays the 6 first. I would have considered playing the 4 first. Double 6 for Gary. I guess 1, come down and go all the way. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's forced. So now if Roberto hits, he's got gammon chances. Otherwise, it's probably just a single win. 6-5 can't take one off. 4-1. 3-2. And now a 3-1. I really like this setup. The dice are very visible. What do you guys think about the dice and the board? Very good visibility. Personally, with my eyes, I have a little bit of a hard time seeing the light blue checkers and the light blue points, but that's just me. 5-3 bears off 2, and it's gin. All right, so now Roberto takes a 2-1 lead. 7 away, 8 away. So again, let me know what you guys think of the remote commentary feature like we're doing. And also let me know what you think about the visibility of the board, the dice, the checkers, everything. I think this is a really good setup. We're trying to improve the streaming. So now 3-2. He splits and comes down. Could have also played 2 down to be a little aggressive, trailing. Not a big deal. 5-1 comes down with the 5. and splits with the ace. 2-1. Guess you just make the anchor. Roberto's got some numbers to hit on the outside. Double 4 is not one of them. But what can he do? I think you just make the 5 point. I mean, you can make the 9 and then play 6-2 twice. It smoothens things out, blocks 5s. But it would be nice to have a second interboard point in the event of a potential hitting exchange. All right. So he does make the 5 point. 3-2. Gary brings 2 down. So Roberto's got 8s and 9s. That's a hitter. 5-4. They are playing dice on checkers. Let me know what you guys think about the dice on checkers feature. I like it myself. 5-1. 1 is forced. And the 5, there's not really a good 5. Guess you just play 6-1. I mean, you could do this, but it leaves an ace shot and it strips your 8 point. Now Roberto's looking. Does decide to roll another double 4. So now you have to realize that Gary has a blot in his board. So leaving a shot is not the end of the world. You could do something like making the 9 point and maybe make the 2 point. Or you can bring one down and go to the bar point. There's also the hitting option, but that's an overplay. What do you guys think of the double 4? I think personally, I make the 9 and 2. Duplicates the hitting 3s with the covering 3s and everything else. I think that's too much. So now he comes in and you have nothing. It does put a checker on the bar. Roberto is very deliberate. He likes to look at all the options, which is good. Yeah, Scott, I agree with that 5 point earlier. Yeah, I think that's the play I would have made too. 4-3. So again, things are getting difficult. Roberto's probably going to think about a double. I mean, maybe you just play 2 off the 6 point, cover the 3 and hit loose. I mean, I guess the priority is to cover the 3 point, and you can only do that with the 3. Then where's your 4? Oh, he's looking at the double tiger play. Now, does Roberto have a double from the bar? He has a lot of hitting numbers. 3-1's a great roll. Now, Gary has so many blots. He does have an anchor. 6-3, so there's the 3. And now what? I know Roberto's leading, and Gary has an anchor. But Gary's position is so bad. There you go. That's the other thing. If you're not sure if it's a take or a pass, you double. So Gary does take. He's pretty exposed. 3-2. He can hit twice or hit once on the outside. You probably don't want to let him make that second anchor. You could also play it to 3. Yeah. I like that play. Really decreases the chance of Gary making a second anchor. And there he dances. So now he has 7s to cover 2-1. So probably 8-6 to give him fives, and then step up 22-21 to give good sixes and fours. Oh, I mean, if he's looking to make the bar point, I see that. That'll block him if he comes in with an ace. I don't know. What do you guys think of this 2-1? I think I would play to 6 and then 22-21. Okay, so he's trying to get more builders. 6-5. So now you've kind of duplicated your fives. Okay, 6-1. So cover with the 6 and then step up to give yourself double hitting numbers, sixes and fours. I mean, it does duplicate 6-3 and double 3, but that's about it. 2-1 still can't come in. 5-3 can make the point. Hey, KG, are you watching? You want to join for commentary? 5-3 for Roberto. Still a checker on the bar. All right. Step away. So he hit one of Roberto's checkers. Now he points on head with a 5-3, 3-2, so 3, and just lift the blot. Wow, he has 6 checkers on the 21 point. Usually that's not good. Double 4. What does that do? Wow. I think you hit. And then maybe make the 17 point. Yeah, there you go. That blocks Roberto a little bit. 3-1. You can afford to split here. Okay, KG, maybe next time. Now it's 4-2. 4 and 2, just safeties everything. Are you waiting to be let into the commentary? Let me ask him. Thank you for letting me know. I just sent a message to Graham and Andy. I really like it when there are 2 commentators. Or 3. So what's he going to do with the 4-3? I guess clearing the 9 point is completely safe. But now his back checkers have a long way to go. 6-2 is good. Now 6-1. So the 6 is forced, and you want to keep both there to duplicate the hitting 3s. So you just play 6-5. A good lesson for the beginners. The threes are duplicated because he can hit with threes on both sides. So that leaves Gary with fewer good rolls, like a 6-2. Now he plays behind. So Roberto's looking to clean things up. 4-3. Okay, this is awkward. You might play 11-7 and then 5-1 to again duplicate the threes.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Joe, how are you doing?
Very good.
Nice to see you. Don't see you, but
I'm on the camera as well.
You are.
Well, I have my
Okay.
camera going. I don't know if they've put me in with the camera or not.
Okay. So
Will they
you just,
do that? How do you
I hope
get
so.
that?
If not, we can hear you. No problem.
All right.
So now 5-2 for Gary. Minimize his shots.
I'll catch my breath here. So what's we have Roberto is up 2-1 and looks like
Now he has a
one
double
up.
one. Are you not on the same?
He's up 2-1 in the
Oh,
match.
he's up 2-1. Yeah. And he has a double one to play. So he's hit.
Okay. And could win gammon here, right?
Yeah. So that avoids the 6-4. 3-2 can't come in. 6-2, just come all the way. Now a double gammon would get him 4 points to get to 3 away. 4-3, great shot. 5-1, playable.
Cover.
And the 6.
One blot. Just play
Minimize blots.
18, 12.
Yep. So now he has 6-7s to hit.
6-7, as the kids say, right?
You know that? Yeah, my son loves that. I don't know what the hell that's about. what does that mean?
We just did it. We found it. 8 hits.
8's a hitter.
So I like to if Roberto fans a few times, it's all about the race here on the cube. So I would say if Gary gets to within about 8 to 10 pips, he should start thinking about the cube. So it's no double yet. And now the score might have something to do with it. So maybe around 10 or 12 pips he can double when down 10 to 12 pips. So what does Roberto have? 20, 38, 43, 63, 73 and 3. 76 for Roberto.
I just counted it, but I lost track.
Sorry. 76 for Roberto.
5-4. Okay, that's good. I think you just come out.
Yeah.
KG says he can see you. So thank you. I'm monitoring the chat too, by the way.
Come around and hit. I would hit from the 17.
Oh,
I would hit 17 and keep the point. You want to block. You want to have that blocking point.
Yeah, I would agree with that. 6-2. Okay, so now.
So 76. And what does light blue have? Light blue has 26 and 11 is 37, 57, 58, 78, 84, 94, and 2, 96. So 20 pips. Not yet.
He's behind 20 pips.
Yeah.
So what does he have to close the board?
This is easy take. Easy take.
So what's there? 6-4,
I think
6-1, 4-1, and double 6 close the board, right?
I think take. Yeah, I got 20 pips. So I would have waited probably one more roll. After this roll, then I would have doubled.
So how do you play this? I think make the 11.
Yes, and then come out.
There you go.
Yeah. Now I would
fine.
double if he fans. Like I think that's the right cube action. So I think he was a slightly early.
4-1. Okay, so now he's already doubled.
I don't know if
4-3.
anyone wants to put that cube in, but I would think no double and then so you just win.
Clean up.
Is he winning enough to play
Well, what else
safely
is
like
there?
that?
That's the other thing.
Could have brought it all the way around and
Oh,
left a
okay.
shot.
6-2. I think he's got to play safe.
Well,
Roberto's looking for double 5. Now things like 6-5 are awkward.
bring it in.
Yeah, I
All
think
the
I
way.
go all the way. Now the market has been lost.
Yes. And Roberto could have took all the way down to like, down 5 pips. So that's why I think the doubling window was between 5 and 12 or something like that. Ish. Now the score might have had something to do with it.
Hey, Ryan Rebel is in the chat. Hello. 4-1 can't come in. 6-2.
2-1. I would play 6. I would play 6-4.
Yeah. I saw the 3-1 option. KG says he was close enough that he might get a pass. Okay, double 5 is forced. Good for the race. There you go.
I don't think Roberto would be passing that, but he was up 20 pips, and I think he should know that with the 5-point open, you could take, even down just 5 for 7 pips or something like 5, 7
Yeah,
pips.
one thing you think about is that if there's an open point in the board, how does the double play when they come in with the double? Well, double 5s is great, but if the gap are on the 2-point, then double 2 is not so good. You have a chance at it again?
It's gonna work out for Gary, although I think he was a roll early on the cube.
There's a double.
Well, there's some gammon chances here.
Not anymore. Except if he continues to roll double 4. When I'm light blue in this position, I say, I want a double 4. Because it bears checkers off, but it's really calling the bad roll for your opponent. I think that's gin. That's gin.
Okay.
So
5-2. So even though Gary's 4 away now, he's still because his opponent's 7 away. You got to be careful with the doubling cube.
Yeah, at 4 away, 5 away, you can be more aggressive. But at 4 away, 7 away, you already enjoy a 3-point lead. Good morning to Eric Peterson. I believe he's in Dubai, if I'm not mistaken.
EP.
This is the right play with the 5-3. A lot of people make the 3-point. Double 6. Look at that.
Rewarded.
That's
no
the
double yet.
Bonus. Yeah.
If he makes a point, on head. Now,
Russo says the double was slightly correct at a .008 double take.
Maybe because of the score. This might be a double here at the score. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 in the zone. I think it's close.
When you have the 6 and 1, I call it the Grand Canyon structure because you have all those gaps.
I like that. Now for sure double. Is it a take? At the score, it's probably close. Because it's like a double 5s reference position, so
yeah, but it's
with an extra man in the zone.
Yeah.
I would say it was very, very close to me. Whether it was a take or pass. I think it was close.
Well, in the standard double five
Maybe it's,
wits, when you have the 3 and the 1, and there's a checker on the 5 point and on the bar, it's a small double and a take.
and here it was slightly better in that it was the 4 and the 1, not the 3 and the 1.
Exactly.
And second, they had a 9-man in the zone and the score. So that brought it, if it was a 650-ish position, those three other factors probably brought it close to pass. So maybe it was right on the edge, I would say between 975 and 1050.
Wow, double 6. Lots of blots all over the board. Double 5. Does he just make the 5 point and play to the 6?
Yeah. Anyone find out whether that was a double and a pass?
Or 2.
I think it was close, whether it was a take or a pass. I could see it either way. Score may hit me toward a pass, but
Double 5 for Gary. Looks
so
like he's way ahead in the race.
yeah, if Roberto can't do much here. All right, this is all about the race now. 65, 95, 111, 126 for dark blue. $108. 108 to, what did I say? 126? Double.
So.
Easy double. 108 to 126, and that would be a pass, right? 18 pips, if I count right. Alex, right? What do you think? 126 to 108 is my count. I think this is double and pass. Yeah. Alex, thanks for your commentary this morning too. It was
Oh,
very
my
nice.
pleasure. I had fun with MCG.
Very nice to listen to you both.
Yeah, I saw you were in the chat, so thank you. Okay. Trying to multitask.
So here I just lifted up. Or okay, you hitting. Sorry, I missed the hit. I didn't see it for a second. Yeah, hit for
Double
sure.
3.
I would just make the bar point.
And step
Don't
up.
leave a double shot. Yeah. 13-7, 24-21, I think.
There's also, yes. Oh yeah, I guess if you make the 3 point, then you still have 2 awkward.
You got that block. It's gonna be so double shot. So I think you just do this and play a nice position.
Double 2.
Great shot.
Now we're just waiting for a shift play so we can say nifty shifty.
And light blue here doesn't have a double until he's in a holding game race.
Oh, that's a great roll.
Is that a hit or is that
Anchor, yeah.
You could hit. I would hit probably.
Oh yeah, he could have hit.
I think hitting. I think that was a miss. So I would have hit because you got the rack, you got a better board. You send the guy back. Now it's basically almost, light blue's better, but it's almost like 50-50. I think hitting was right there. That was a mistake. Probably a blunder.
I didn't see the hit for a moment, but I agree. Now, I think he may have been thinking of saving the gammon, so keeping the 20 point would be nice. 3-1, I think
that was a blunder.
Yeah, you slot the 9 point with this?
There's nothing really else, right? So I guess so. I mean, you could slot the 8-7. I would slot the 9. You could also slot this. This is okay
Yeah,
too.
this is good. He has multiple cover.
It's
4-3. Look
2.
at that. Slotted the wrong point.
Now, I think Roberto's got a cube at the score.
He's gonna think about it.
For sure, I would double this at the score. You're behind. I would double that. 4 men back. For me, the cube's going to the middle of the table. And go to the 7 point here.
Yeah, I think so.
Right? Would you have doubled that? I think so. I mean, you're down 6-3. Basically, anything's a double at that when the opponent's, you know. Again,
Yeah.
I would double. I would double this. This is a shot to send 5 men back. Got to send the cube. Okay, or not. I think it was a double.
Or what?
Hit 2.
Yeah, I think I hit 2. That prevents him from making a second anchor. This one sends another checker back, improving his timing. And it strips the 8 point.
I think hitting 2.
That's what I would have done. 5-3 looks like 2 to 20.
Okay, got to double this. Got 5 men back. Okay.
He takes.
I'm not sure how quick of a take that was because you got 5 men back. You can get gammoned like this.
So here you can hit.
Huh. I don't know. Do you think I don't know which I don't know what I would do here. Hitting or just playing 18-14.
I oftentimes see the hitting play in these types of positions is right because you gain a tempo. That'll help you bring things around, and you win more gammons because there's some dancing rolls.
Huh. I don't know. We want to push him up. Yeah, I guess so. You're right. He could dance, and you push him up to the 20, right? If he comes in.
Yeah, or the 23, 22. Double 2. Okay, there. And I think you hit on the bar point.
Yes.
Now return shots. 6 sevens again, and some aces. My son says that all the time. I have no idea what the hell it means.
Okay, we just got to remake the midpoint.
Right? 5-1. Okay, so I think he's got a hit now.
Yes. Hit.
At this score, it's going to be really hard.
That's a really good roll. Makes the prime.
It's going to be really hard for Gary to redouble. Wow, double 6.
Essentially, there are no redoubles until it's a race. And even then you got to go to the take point, which is 6 away, which is about 12% for Roberto. 12%.
I mean, if he can complete a prime or at least threaten to, then he might have something. 2 out.
How about just go around and slot the back? I miss those a lot where I just don't slot, so I would be slotting the back.
Guess you don't want to give him the great.
I would just slot it. There it is.
So now
this is what I would do. Okay, you could make it, and then you could redouble.
You redouble before you make it? Or after you make it? Well, he makes it.
Okay.
Now you can come out or come down.
So he's gonna, if he gets a shot, he can play for a gammon. But otherwise, I think you can just redouble this now. The take point for dark blue is 12%, and I'm not and with a closeout, you're only at 5%. So you could.
Seems like he has kind of a free roll.
Yeah,
yeah. For another checker.
Yeah. So let's see. Will he get a chance at another checker? No, not yet. So yeah, you can keep free rolling here.
There you go. You hit loose. That's good to have the spare on the 9 because if he gets hit with a 3 like this, he has a good 6 without breaking the prime. So that leaves a shot. 6-5.
Do we want to hit 2 and go for the gammon this way?
You go for the jugular.
I don't know. These always, because now look, you know.
But still, Gary's a favorite. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I might have just kept the prime and then
6-3. Okay. Might be able to remake the prime or have a trap play.
got to pick it up, right?
And just lift it. Give him a bad 5-1. Or 5 anything.
All right, when can Gary redouble from here, though? Now it's a question.
Now it's hard because you don't have the prime. 6-5, 5-1.
Here's the bad 5-1. Okay, the gammon's back on.
So he has 6s are duplicated, and he has 2s. Double 6 is nice.
Okay, and we can hit 2 again, but now we're gonna make the prime. He could have hit 2.
3-2. Can you hear my son playing piano in the background?
I do, yeah.
This is after I've closed the door. That's how loud he plays. So 4-1. Let me see if I can get him to quiet down. I'll be right back.
From here, I would try to tempt him off the anchor now. I would play something like 7. I would do it the other way from the 7 point. I would break the 7 because you don't want to give him double 6. At least just double 4 is not as bad as double 6. So I would have broken the 7 point there, not the other way. No. So Gary's going for the gammon here in the win. Looking to make the deuce. Makes the deuce point. And closing out 2 checkers would give him a 60-40 chance, right? Or 40% 6 and then 60% no gammons, I believe. Could play pretty aggressively though.
That's good, right, or not?
I think that should count if they're playing dice on checkers.
I mean, it generally doesn't have to fall.
It looks good to me. I don't know. Maybe not. I guess it was good because he rolled. Okay. Really, he's going to fish for a 3rd checker. And there it is. Now the gammons are up over 70%, I believe. At least, right? I should know this by heart.
That helps.
Here we want to break the 7 and let him out, right?
Well, he still has another on the bar. So even if he rolls a 6-1, he'll keep the anchor.
Come in.
There.
I would play 5-4.
Yeah. I don't like this one.
No, I would do it the other way and keep all the spares active. I would have kept all the spares active there. Because now, look, yeah. You want to take off a checker with a 4, not go to the deuce point.
Right.
And Gary can be very aggressive taking checkers off even against the ace point here with only 2-point board and Roberto.
Double 5 is better than 6-5.
Goes all the way again. Or out and down. Definitely out with the 6.
Yep. I will get the second crossover.
Same. Out and down.
Okay. Guess you hit.
Yep. Put him on the roof. Maybe you got a couple of fans. Nope. Brings it in. So it looks like Gammon could be saved here. Ooh.
Knight did 16 dancing numbers.
Yeah. Good play from Gary there.
Also, with all those open spaces in Roberto's board, that's not good for trying to save the gammon.
This is going to be tight. Wow, not anymore.
Tough. I need
Almost in.
Gary Roberto needs 6s.
Nope,
And
that's
that's
Jin.
it. Wow.
Congratulations to Gary. So, let me take a look at the brackets here. I guess it's not a bracket when it's Swiss, right?
Yeah.
So, Gary Koscielny is the first to be 4-0. Roberto goes to 3-1. Quinn Spanger plays Michael Messick. They're playing right now. They're also both 3-0. And the other 3-0 player, April Messick, is playing against Ben Friesen, who's 2-1. Both Messicks are undefeated. And it looks like thus far, let's see, Avi Cohen, Adrian Nedelku, and Bill Longerin have been eliminated in this round. Next match is 2 hours after the start time of this one.
So in another 50 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, right. So, anything you want to talk about while we're on break? Or just wait till the next match?
Why don't we look at do you want to look at the ABT standings right now?
Let me see. Where do you go here? Results. ABT points. Current year. Vlad Edelman, 37.38. Marty Storr is number 2 with 31.73. Benjamin Hugon, 31. And then we've got Kit Woolsey, Rory Paskar, Staba Bijaniashvili, Petko Kostantinov, Dirk Sheeman, who got to the finals of New York, and then Chris Trencher, and rounding out the top 10 is Eric Sosna.
I would say from that list, Marty's in the driver's seat.
Yeah. And he likes to attend events.
Yeah, he goes to a lot of events. One of America's best players and currently sitting in second, right?
Yep. Give me just
How many times has Marty won the ABT? Do we know? I'm not sure how many times Marty has won the ABT tour, or if he has won it at all. But Marty's definitely one of the best players in the country, and it's good to see him um, up at the top of the standings there. I know it's a lot of the people that have won some large events early in the year here. So Ben Hugon in Texas at San Antonio at Bill's tournament had a big win. I think he rolled a 5-2 from the bar for the win. And of course, Vlad in New York taking down Dirk in the finals. So we've had some great champions this year, and now we've got some really great players here in the final few of the Charlotte event. We have next tournament coming up is Chicago, Rory
Memorial Day.
Pascar's Chicago Open. Usually a really well attended event. Maybe he'll have around 100 in the main. Then we have Denver, the Wild West Shootout, which has moved into the same date that California Open used to run.
Yes.
Then after that, we have St. Louis with Jim and Mr. DT, David Todd.
Yeah.
The St. Louis event, and then of course the Michigan Summer Championships in Novi / Detroit, Michigan, run by the Ben and Dan duo, I believe, right?
Mhm. Yes.
And then there's about a month or so off while some international events are going on. We have Monte Carlo at the World
Mhm.
Backgammon Championships at the end of July, and then we pick back up with the ABT with Wisconsin. It's
In
a
August.
great event. Jack Edelson in Wisconsin runs a great event in Madison. Love the location. Great tournament. It's a close to downtown location. Really great and fun event there. And then of course we have the Viking Classic,
Yeah.
which is run by the Messics, and I believe April's doing really well here at the ABT in Charlotte. If you can make the Labor Day event, please do, up in Minnesota. And then after that, we have New Orleans, run by Bill and Tara. Try to get to the New Orleans event. Great downtown location. What Bill advertises, Bill gives. Great downtown location. Then, of course, we got the new event in Nashville, run by Rory and Kristen Westerman. Should be another great event to add to our southern events in Nashville. And then after Nashville, Rory's back again. Rory's going to do 3 tournaments in a row. Then we have Rory again in Vegas. He's bringing back Las Vegas. Great event. I believe Mochi's on tap for that event.
You know,
then
I know some. I
Yep.
have some friends that play backgammon in Nashville. That's where I first started playing with the doubling cube.
Really? In Nashville, his first time he started playing with a doubling cube.
I was in medical school and graduate school at Vanderbilt in Nashville. So I found the Nashville Backgammon Club or Association, and we started playing. I've been playing for much longer, but never with the doubling cube growing up.
You know what? I did not know you were a Vanderbilt guy. I went to Vanderbilt as well.
Oh, you did for undergrad?
Yes, I did, sir.
Oh,
Look
so
at that.
what do they call it? The Vanderbilt Commodes?
The Commodores.
That was my joke to
Uh,
the people who went to undergrad there. But yeah, it's the
oh,
Harvard
really?
of the South.
Actually, Harvard is the Vanderbilt of the North.
No, that's right. So, so yeah, I have some friends like J.P. White started it, and Rollo Mickle plays. Now it's Mark Swanson and oh, her name escapes me now. Kristen Westerman.
That's who's going to run the tournament. Yes, with
Yeah,
Rory
she
in
helps a
Nashville.
lot with the Nashville club now.
Yeah, I was in Nashville in 2002 to 2005.
Oh, really? I was there from 2000 to 2008.
Wow. So we were there around the same time.
Yeah, I must have seen you. Did you live on campus?
I did, yeah. Most of the students there live on campus. At least at the time when I was there, they have housing for everyone usually. So
You know, we used
most.
to play. We used to play at the Jonathans on 21st Avenue.
Oh, really? I wasn't playing back then, so I knew how to play. I played as a child growing up with my parents, but I didn't really play at school. So
I used to
at
take
Vanderbilt.
photographs. Yeah, I used to take photographs at the club, and like maybe about a year ago, I saw a picture of me. I was playing against somebody, and GL Harvey was standing on the side watching, and I didn't know him at the time, but now I know him.
That's great. That's great. So as we're going through the tournaments here, right? We have
Hmm.
Vegas. After that, then Rory again in Boston at the end of October. And then
Yeah,
the next
Halloween,
one on the schedule after that is Candace's tournament in Los Angeles,
California.
the Cal State. Not sure what's up with the November schedule right now.
I don't know if they're going to have a Miami event. They
So
had Miami last year.
hopefully there's something, but for now it's straight from into uh, Cal State, right?
Right. And I will
And
not be doing the stream and commentary this year.
you won't be.
No, um, it's just too hard for me. Like, I spoke with Candace, and this past year was like the week after Thanksgiving, which is like the busiest week of the year in my office. So I lost a lot of potential revenue and can't afford to do it again. So it's still a week after Thanksgiving.
It's understandable, but you might play or no. That means no playing either.
Probably not, but I will stop by on Saturday and Sunday, um, where I can help with the commentary, which is nice. And if they need help with the stream, I'm happy to help.
Maybe they'll have something like this going on.
Yeah, Stu does a great job. Um, but Nicholas Peters is scheduled to do the stream, and he's very good with this technical stuff and video. I think that's his background, and he helped me with the stream last year, so he's gonna be good.
Okay, so he's going to be handling the Cal State stream.
For me, I guess it was a little easier because I could do the stream and the commentary, and I was doing the social media. He's probably not going to be doing commentary, and I don't know if he's going to be taking pictures for social media. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, no, I totally understand how much work that could take. So we appreciate all the service that you do on the streaming and commentary front,
Yeah,
especially there at Candace's tournaments in
yeah.
Los Angeles. I
And
hope
I
to
really want
get
to thank,
back there again.
yeah, Stu Steen Connolly. He helped with the stream last year, and he's doing a great job organizing all these live streams with the remote commentary. And people like that. It's watching a match is a lot better with any commentary rather than no commentary.
Yes.
I feel like
Well,
two
some
commentators.
commentary, maybe not.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a joke. No,
But I
that's
feel
a.
like
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
two commentators is kind of ideal. I feel.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's great to be here with you, Alex. So who's potentially in our view upcoming?
I'm gonna take a look here. Pull up brackets here, and you could do that from the USBGF website. So probably be playing. You're going to be some of the undefeated ones, I assume. So Gary Koscielny is the only undefeated player at 4-0, and the other two people that have a chance of that are actually three: Quinn Swanger is playing Michael Messick, so one of them will be 4-0. And April Messick is 3-0, playing Ben Friesen, who's 2-1. So we may have 2 or 3 4-0s. So in that case, Gary Koscielny will likely be on the stream, possibly against Quinn Swanger, Michael Messick, or April Messick.
And if we have an April versus Michael battle,
yeah, that would be interesting. I feel like I've seen Roberto Litzenberger play against Irina Litzenberger, his wife. They like to travel to tournaments. So that's going to be coming up at 8 o'clock Pacific. So, 7 o'clock Pacific. So that's be 10 p.m. Eastern. I need to get going to take care of my daughter who is sick. And hopefully I'll be back. And it was a pleasure commentating with you as always, Joe.
Are you going to be back for 10 o'clock, or we're going to chat with Stu and see?
I'm not 100% sure. It kind of depends on, how my daughter's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks, it's just me now. I see Bill Riles in the chat. Hello, Bill, and hello, Jason. I see Blunderblots there as well. I'm happy to take any questions too, as if there's something you'd like to hear about as we wait for the next group of contenders. One of my biggest pet peeves, I gotta say, is on break 10 p.m. EST. We're in daylight time. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. EDT, not EST right now. EDT. My wife always yells at me, Joe, you're annoying, stop it. And everyone's always yelling at me. Joe, stop being annoying. I know, but it's one of my things. I just gotta say it. Just gotta say it. And now whenever you see it, you'll know. You'll always be ready for it. Looks like ABT round 5 at 10 p.m. tonight is the last round of the evening, and we will be back tomorrow morning with more backgammon action from Charlotte. We also have the Masters event, which I think had 18 people in it. In the final 3, I believe, includes Phil Simborg, Ben Friesen, and one other I have to check. It is USBGF. Let's go to the brackets and see who's in the finals of the Queen City Classic, Queen City Cup. Looks like they had 24. Adrian Nedelku, Ben Friesen, and Phil Simborg will be in the final 3. Not sure if they've run the draw yet or not for that, but that looks like your final 3 out of 24 players in the Queen City Cup. The Cardinal Classic Final two will be Tyler Hathaway and Julius High. And in the Coolwood warm-up, we had a champion there already in the warm-up event, and that was Avi Cohen. Congratulations to Avi. Avi's a great player from Miami, runs the Miami tournament. Avi, we hope you have another event this year. Understand all the work that goes into it. In the doubles event, had a large 48 player field in the doubles, but we're down to, looks like Mike Horian team are into one of the last sections, as well as Bill Lonergan and team. As we go through some of the brackets. Sorry, my nose is a little runny. I apologize. I'm allergic to my cats, and I've had a bad day with the allergies. Blunderblots, no problem on the tips as the 2A leader. I'll just run through them again, right? So if I always think about if I'm 2 away or 3 away and my opponent is 4 or more away, or I guess if I'm 2 away and my opponent's 3 away, that I rarely double, and I try to really never double unless, as the leader, I'm into a race, I'm in a holding game, or I have a 5 or a 6 prime that is a pretty stable position. Then you can think about the cube. Otherwise, you probably shouldn't be doubling, and you should most likely be taking if you're on the side that's trailing and your opponent is 3 or less away. And then once you own the cube and your opponent's 3 away and you're, let's say, 6 or 7 away, right? What I've found is that you can redouble even on just single shots without even hitting it yet. If a single shot will put you in a position to maybe gammon your opponent, you should probably be sending the cube. So again, holding the cube, your opponent, if they've mistakenly doubled you early enough that you're looking at a single shot, or if they did double you on time and now you got to your single shot and you have a great board and if you hit the shot, you could potentially win a gammon, you should reship it even before hitting it. Okay. Just having the single enough shot, even just 11 numbers, that's enough. That's enough to resend the cube. Okay. Got to be super aggressive when you're down 5, 6, 7, 8 away, and your opponent has 3 away and has given up the cube to you. It can be super, super, super aggressive. I haven't heard any news about future updates to XG, so I don't know much about that. Gotta ask maybe Phil or someone else may have more updates than I would on that. Anyone live in Charlotte got any results that we can check on? And then another question I see here from Jason: at what point in the holding game are you itching to throw it? So I would like to. I think about it as this: when I'm in the holding game, right, and I'm again 3 or less away, or my opponent's 5, 6, 7 away. If I get to a point where it would be a double and a take for money, I wait one more roll, I improve, then I double. If that makes sense. right? So you get to a double take, look at it, go, ooh, okay, this is pretty standard double take for money. Let's go one more roll, improve a little bit more, then give it. All right. Unless you look at the position and you get to it and it's, you've come to it and it's close to a pass. So, right, if you're in a standard holding game where your opponent's on your 20 or 21 point and you have the 8 point, right? Standard would be your opponent can drop it's a double if you're up 12 pips, and the doubling window is all the way up to about 25 pips. So anywhere between 12 and 20, I'd probably wait one more roll. But if I'm up to 25 where it's close to a pass already, I'd probably just send it. Okay. But you got to look at that continuum. Okay. Hello, Alec from. Oh, yes, Alec from Watertown. My man, Mr. Izzo, how are you? Good to see you here in the chat. Alex, one of the stalwarts of the tour. See him a lot. Has a great demeanor. Love to play with Alex on the tour. He's a great friend. Great friend to have on the tour. Any other questions? Happy to take a few as we wait for the next match here. I try to buy some time. I'd like to thank Jeb and Paul for running the event down there in Charlotte. It's a great addition to the tour to have Charlotte back on the scene these last 2 years. Um, Jeb, one of the folks who also runs a lot of the BMABs, great director, and a great player as well. So really nice to see Jeb hosting an event, and Paul is directing or co-directing. I'm not exactly sure what the status is on that, but Paul did a great job in DC, helping Ben with the DC tournament, and um, Paul's an up and coming director on the tour, and it's great to see him doing well at an event like this, and they're doing a great job with the streaming. So thank you to them to hosting the streaming. I'm not sure if we have a winner yet in the Japanese BMA, not BMAB, the UBC event. I know, I believe Hideki looked like he was on his way to a victory or closing in on one. I saw his PR was fantastic. I think it was like an under 2.37 while playing in the finals. I think I saw like the first 4 matches or something like that. Looked like he was on his way to a victory and will be a tough out in in Monte Carlo, along with some young fella named Michi and also Mark Olson. And then we'd be waiting for one other contender, I believe, um, to join them. I believe I'm not sure which event will be the next contender event. I don't know if anyone in the chat can tell us, but ZZ will be awaiting the winner of either those three or one other person to be named. If Hideki closes it out, um, in Japan, as I try to see right now. Uh, what happened here in Japan? Do we have a winner yet? I'm not sure if we have a winner yet. Trying to figure that out. Does anyone know in the chat? Did Hideki close it out? Hideki Ueda. And as I go to the BMAB website right now, let's see where Hideki sits. ZZ's going to have a tough competition. Yeah, Hideki's at 2.92 at G0. ZZ is a G0 at 2.77. Michi, a G0, sitting at 3.07. Remember that Michi's numbers might include that one match in San Antonio where he played a 15 because Frank Frigo was absolutely playing a crazy game to try to induce some errors, which he did, but he made his own. So I mean, Michi's numbers include a 15, and he's still at a 307. I mean, just he is playing absolutely incredible backgammon. I'm just going to run through some numbers. 1.97, 2.54, 1.66, 2.81, 2.99, 1.89, 2.75, 2.15, 3.66, 2.45, 1, 2.5, 3, 4, 15, 2, 2, 3, 0, 3, 3. Just it's just incredible backgammon. To me, he might even be the favorite going into that event, even over ZZ if if uh, if Michi made the finals. I mean, Michi is just playing some incredible backgammon. And he took out the great Jerry Tanzi here in the U.S. I'm not sure if Michi did not beat Jerry in one of the playoffs, but you know, going into that event, Jerry and Michi were probably the two favorites. If I had to choose before the event, I might have thought Jerry might have an edge, but Michi's just playing incredible, and really was apparent that Michi's game is on another level right now. He's playing super strong. So um, it's great to see Michi there with a chance to take the UBC crown. Um, and ZZ strong as always. Will be waiting for the winner in out of Monte Carlo. Got some more questions. Jason, what tournaments? Well, I'll definitely be going to Monte Carlo. That's the next one for sure that I'm going to, and I'm still trying to figure out whether I can make Chicago or Denver or St. Louis. Hopefully one of those before Monte Carlo, and then after Monte Carlo, maybe New Orleans and Vegas, but not exactly sure yet. So for sure Monte Carlo, and then I got to figure out which one's next on the docket. Hopefully I can get to Chicago, St. Louis, or Denver, one of those three. Joe, I have a question. When you play, is the slow clock hit part of your strategy, or are you just trying to give the clock a moment to reflect? The slow clock hit is um after I fan, I like to slow clock hit. I I like to take my time. I try not to get frustrated, right? It's more of a take a deep breath, right? The dice are down, take a deep breath and tap the clock and keep my composure. It's more about trying to keep under control. I always try to say the dice will do what dice do. You do not control the dice, right? There's no control of the dice, so there's no need to get mad, frustrated, or anything. It is you roll, and then whatever happens with the roll happens, and then you can control how you react to it, right? And I do not want to react in a way that is emotionally charged, where I'm slapping the clock hard or I'm frustrated at the roll. It's It's really about trying to stay calm, focused in the moment, and uh, ready for really any negative uh, outcome that comes my way, and just be prepared for a negative thing to happen, and to have it not affect how I play going forward. Next question. Joe, any move or strategy that you understand but dislike making? An example for me would be wanting to run when I'm behind. Any move or strategy that you understand? Of course, everyone hates making the ace point, right? But now we all know that once you've hit on the ace and you got a man sitting there, you got to go and make it. So even if I dislike that type of game, I know it's correct to make the ace. So I just go ahead and do it. And then I have to play. Once you've made the ace point early in the game, right? You've taken out the strategy of priming. So really, once I make the ace point, you'll see when I'm playing that I roll the dice and my hand starts reaching for the back checkers, because that's what I want to do. I want to move the back checkers, right? Because once you've made the ace point, you can't have your own checkers sitting on the 24. Having both ace points is very, very, very bad. Very, very bad. So you really, really try to once you've made the ace point, you have to commit to a blitzing game or a racing game, and that means roll the dice and start moving those back checkers if you can. So that's something that I really dislike, and but I have to do it, I guess. But that was a really good question. Thanks, Amy. Michi is incredible from Matthew. Matt Patterson. Uh, what's up, buddy? Preparation, yeah. Michi's one of the best, and I love the way he teaches the game. His books, I love his books. Love the way he teaches and connects with people. So, uh, do I like the dice on checker? It seems there are more. I actually don't like dice on checker. Actually, becoming at first I was like, I don't really care. I guess either way, but I'm actually coming around to the camp. Don't like it. I think it causes more issues than necessary. Too many times where people are fighting over whether it's cocked or not cocked. I had that Joe Russell and I, a great player. We were in DC, and there was an issue of whether it was against the wall, not against the wall, and it was picked up before it should have been picked up, and it just causes more issues than I just think they're sitting flat on the table. They're sitting flat on the table. It's kind of hard. You run into much less disagreements, I think, between players when it's not dice on checkers. So, what one other one from Mop Up question: what is the one or two backgammon strategy an advanced player must master to be good as an open player? Uh my my biggest piece of advice, I got two things to say on this. One is I think being very intentional in your study is important. Um, my strategy for studying is to take pictures of my blunders, and I really just focus on my blunders less so than errors, because unless the error is some sort of large scale kind of thematic thing. But I focus on my blunders because I make enough of them, and I categorize my errors into albums on my phone in different in different albums, right? point board album. I'll have a 4-point board album. I'll have a rack album. I'll have a holding game album. I'll have a prime versus prime. I'll have a one-man back, right? I've got all these different type of albums. And when I make a blunder, I categorize it into the type of game where the blunder happened and I put it in the folder. And then every so often I go back to that folder and just page through and start to see patterns. But even by doing the action of foldering your blunder, by intentionally moving it into a an album, right? You start to see patterns. Oh, I'm continually putting X type of position in. An example is I started to realize, so I named a folder called opponent board too good, and I was frequently making errors where I left shots, even fly shots, when my opponent had a 5-point board. And I started to realize basically never leave a shot board and I'm sort of winning, right? Before the play. So if I'm kind of winning the game and I have a choice to make of playing safely and a little bit inflexible or playing more flexible and leaving a shot against a 5-point board, I'll be inflexible. I won't leave the shot against a 5-point board. And I started to see that because I had my folder called opponent board too good, and I kept putting in the folder uh, positions where I was leaving a shot and my opponent had a 5-point board, and I just started to go, you know what? I'm done. I'm never doing that again. And now I put less pictures in that folder because I'm making that mistake less and less. So, first piece of advice is to be intentional about your studying. And then my second piece of advice is study the openings. Okay. The first 5 rolls of the game. Focus a lot on that because that will always come up. Read Roberti's books on opening play, his 3 books on the opening. Read Michi's book on opening. Read them and read them and read them. The themes from those books in the opening are also play out throughout the whole game, right? But you should really learn how to play the first 5 moves of the game and play them well and know the doubling cube early on when to take and when to double and when to pass because those will come up all the time. Know your references from the 5-5 to the 3-3, right? After you point on someone, know them cold, right? So that when it happens in the game, and it will always happen, you have less thinking to do. You just go, "Ooh, what's my reference? What do I know? Apply it and make the play, right? The less thinking I'm doing, the better, right? I want all my thinking to be done before the test, right? So that when I show up for the test, I just react and know what to do rather than have to stop and think about what's right. I prefer the baffle. I just think it's quicker. Um, again, the dice will come right out and done. You're not re-rolling a lot as much as when you actually roll. So I just prefer the baffle box. I think it's faster. Um, yeah, I probably started out not even knowing a few years ago what a baffle box was. Um, but I've I've come to love the baffle box and love playing with it. These are great. I really appreciate the back and forth with you guys here as we wait for the next round. I don't know if anyone's going to be joining me or not. Um, as I check. Any other questions from the crowd as we wait? I truly appreciate being here. I love the game. I love seeing you all, and thanks for some of the kind words about the commentary. I try to take it seriously, have fun, but yet provide some fun analysis. So I do appreciate the kind comments. Thank you very much. I'm gonna refresh the page on the USBGF here and see who we might have in the next round. It looks like Gary and Michael are 4-0, and that's it. It looks like April lost to Ben. So the only 4-0 match will be Gary Koscielny against Michael Messick. So that's, I imagine that'll be the match that we get on here, as we have the only undefeated match to go, I guess, right? Because Quinn lost and April lost. So that's it. It's Michael against Gary as the 4-0 if that's the match that they choose to put on. So we're gonna have those two live, I guess. Uh that's my guess. Why is it custom to reset the clock? I just think it's a sportsmanship thing. Um, I think that's really all it comes down to. And I think it was sportsmanship, but I actually think it now is part of the rules. Whether it should or should not be is another matter. But I think it is part of the rules that if you roll the dice off the board, that you are entitled to a reset of the clock. So you could even reset your own. That was one of the things I learned when I was playing early on. When someone reset their own clock, I thought that was not right, and then um, I realized that it was. So I had to, I now I know for sure that if it happens to me and I roll the dice off the table, I know I'm allowed to hit the clock twice on my own behalf if my opponent doesn't do it. And it's one of the things I try to pride myself on when I'm playing is knowing the rules over the board. And if there's something wrong and I see it, I I try to make sure that I stop playing. Um, should we have rules on when one can take a break during a match? Seems like players take too many breaks. I actually I do agree on this one on the breaks. Um, I almost think we should have set breaks um, for basically that you could take a break maybe every 50 minutes or something like that. I think um, in Monte Carlo at artist tournaments in Monte Carlo, you're allowed two breaks for an 11-point match or something like that, and three breaks for a 17-point match. Whether it's actually enforced or not is another matter, but I think that's the rule. I would like something like that. No matter what happens, there's a scheduled break every 50 minutes, right? So you have or every 55 minutes, maybe. You start 55 minutes into the match, you have a 5-minute break, you come back um, at the hour mark. I would be maybe for something like that. Um, and then, there's no gamesmanship. It is what it is, right? You can't just, oh, I've lost a big game. It's time for a break. Or my opponent's won 4 games in a row. Time for a break. Um, it seems like it could be used strategically. It's kind of like in tennis when after you lose a few games, you see people, they go to the locker room, they change their clothes, they use the restroom, right? And you try to throw the opponent off. So I'm sort of a fan of maybe trying to standardize it, but that's something to consider of if there's a rules committee or something. Maybe let's paging rich units. Paging. Um, what is your favorite board that you own? Um, I own an FTH. I like playing on the felt surfaces, so I like an FTH for that. I like the Gammoner boards that have the felt surfaces. I don't like the checkers that have aluminum rims on them. I can't stand that clanking. I don't like to play on boards with the aluminum rimmed checkers. Ugh, not my thing. I don't mind the wood boards, um, with the tacky or Victor Hollander. I won one in Miami, the Victor Hollander board with that's got the wood. I don't mind the wood. I don't mind that clank. I just don't like the aluminum checkers. I can't stand aluminum checkers, with the aluminum rims. Uh, and I like a felt surface of the FTH or the Gammoner boards. That type of surface is what I like much more than a cork or a I don't even know what the other type of surfaces are. Um, but I'm much more of felt or wool or wood. Um, any backgammon nemesis, friend or foe? Well, if you look at they have like the nemesis report on the USBGF. I don't think I've beaten Neil Kazaros in 3 or 4 times. So there's a backgammon nemesis. Love Neil. Love his style of play. Love him. He's a great player. Just haven't beaten him yet. It's coming, Neil. Though I'm sure it's coming. So that's I know I've played Neil 3 or 4 times, and he's gotten the best of me each of those times. Um, so that's and I'm gonna check now if I have any other. I That one comes off the top of my head on the Nemesis report as I now uh, check uh, check what else if there's anyone else that I've lost a lot to here. So let me just see. Uh, Here we go. Nemesis. There it is. Yeah, see, Neil. I'm 0-4 versus Neil. And then Dennis Culpepper. I'm actually 0-3 against Dennis and 0-3 against Jerry. So there you go. There's my nemesis. Those those folks, Neil, Dennis, and Jerry. I'm a combined 0-10 versus that group. So there's the nemesis. I mean, great folks to play against. Great sportsmen. Just can't beat them yet. Hopefully, it's coming soon. I know it's going to come soon. It can't last forever. Um, what do you think are the top 4 backgammon tournaments in the world? Mm. Well, I'm a big event guy, so I do like going to the big events. So the Monte Carlo Championship is, the Backgammon World Championship, great event. The New York event, the San Antonio event, and I love the locations, right? So can't go wrong in Monte Carlo, San Antonio, right downtown. uh, and the New York event, my home event, one of the largest in the country, got a bunch of people. Um, so those would be my 3 of my favorites. Um, to go to. And obviously now Miami has a special place for me because of I was able to get a victory down there in a really large event. So I'll always have fond memories of Avi's Miami event. And do I feel additional pressure playing in a streamed match? Um, I probably used to, but not anymore. I truly don't feel that much additional pressure playing in a streamed match. Um, you know, I uh, when there's a lot of self-doubt of whether I'm going to make mistakes or not make mistakes, I think that has now gone away for me because I've had good results and I'm confident in how I play, that I know I'm going to make mistakes. And if I make a mistake, it doesn't mean I'm a bad player, right? It just means I didn't know what to do in that particular situation, right? So I'm less conscious of myself making mistakes now, and confident in my game and my abilities, and how I can play, and that if I am to have a bad game that's streamed, so what? I've had a bad game that was streamed, and it doesn't take away from the accomplishments that I've had, right? Maybe prior to having some made some accomplishments on the tour, then I was probably a little bit more conscious of making mistakes, right? Because you know you go, ooh, I make mistakes. People might think I'm really bad at the game, etc. But I think now I've I've played enough on the stream and have, I think, established myself as decent enough that where if I make mistakes, so be it. That's what happens now, and I'm not as concerned about it. I know I'm gonna make mistakes, and I'm gonna play matches that are that are bad, but hopefully less than the matches that I'm playing well. Anything else as we come up on the 10 o'clock here? Eastern Daylight Time. Oh, we switched it to daylight time. See, look at that. That's funny. That's funny. See, I make one comment and there we go. Now it's EDT. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh man. Don't hate me. Don't hate, please. Please don't hate. Oh, am I a better player online or over the board? What are the differences? It's give and take, right? Online, I see the pip count, so that makes me a little bit better. But also online, you're susceptible to doing things faster and missing things. Whereas over the board, I definitely play more deliberately. Um, I definitely play more deliberately. Do I think there should be monitor for the championship matches and tournaments? Uh, I know this question has been getting a lot of of um, of discussion, and you could put me in the camp that I think a monitor would be good. Um, I think a monitor uh allows me as a player to just focus on play rather than trying to make sure that stuff is stuff is going on. Oh, hello, Alex. I was trying to join for commentary. All right. Well, hopefully, Stu or Grant will let you in shortly. Gigi, hi, what's up? Who's playing next? It's probably Gary against Michael. I think that's the only 4-0 4-0 match. Wall of Denial. What's my thought process in checker play? Well, I mean, there's obviously a lot of things go into it, right? I have little sayings depending on types of positions that come up. For example, if my opponent opens with a 5-5 and has to play 13-8-2 because I haven't moved off the back, off the 24, I start whispering to myself, don't split prime, don't split prime, don't split prime, don't split prime, right? I'm literally whispering it to myself so that when I roll the dice, I know not to touch my back checkers and only move the front checkers. Um, right. So after my opponent rolls the 4-4 or the 5-5 and has brought two men off the midpoint to make points in the home board, I don't want to split into those structures. So that's something how I think about the checkers. Another one is when I've made a 5 prime, I call it SEC. Um, that means slot, escape, and cube. So I think about the cube if I made a 5 prime, and then I think about slotting the back of the prime, and I think about escaping. So when I roll the dice, those are the things that are in my head. I go, okay, when I roll, I probably want to try to slot the back. I want to escape my back checkers if I haven't cubed already, right? Or even if I have cubed, right? So I think about SEC, slot, escape, cube, escape my back man, or slot. Who would you hire as a tutor besides myself? Kidding. I trained with Steve Sachs, so I have nothing but accolades to say for Steve, one of the best teachers on tour. Um, so yeah, Steve Sachs, one of America's greatest grandmasters, best players for a long, long time, and a great teacher. So I have nothing but respect for Steve and his abilities as a teacher as well. Um, John O'Hagan is a really great teacher um, of the game, especially one of backgammon's great minds there. Of course, uh, Michi, one of the best around um, for tutoring. He's got a great natural ability to teach the game. So those are a few that come to mind.
Hello,
Oh,
Joe.
yeah. Hey, I was
All right.
holding court here by answering a lot of viewer questions. It was actually quite a lot of fun, and I really appreciate all the questions that came in. It's great to have you back here.
I saw it in the chat. That's great. I went and took a little walk. So now just having some tea. Maybe we can enjoy another match.
Yeah,
Uh, good, good. The question and answers are good.
I held court for a half hour.
Oh, so April lost to Ben, so she's 3-1. So the only 4-0s are Gary and Michael. Yeah. So there are a number of 2-2 players on the brink of elimination. You lose a third, you're eliminated. So that list is Matthew Beauchamp, Carol Joy Cole, Gershon Distenfeld, Blake Fleetwood, Ray Fogerland, Mike Horry, Petko Kostadinov, Costa Lejas, Paul Linderman, Irina Litzenberger, Phil Simborg, Michael Tobin, and Brian Vance. So Okay, there we go. So do you have the live chat feature open on your end?
Yeah, I was looking at the chat as we were. Yeah, I was because I was answering the questions as they were coming in from the chat. So I
Right.
was going along.
What I do is do a pop out chat so that way I can actually watch the board and monitor the chat simultaneously. Just put it on the side. So what were some of the questions?
How do you put that on the side?
Oh, okay, so you have to go to the actual YouTube feed on YouTube, and then you want to mute that, but then you maximize it and you'll see the chat feature on the right, and then you push the three dots at the upper right.
Pop out chat. I see
Yeah,
it.
there you
Okay.
go. So now that's going to be separate. You can move it around and go back
Yeah.
where being put
Okay, I
on.
see it. Yep, I got it.
So I
I
put it
got
to
it.
the right. I can't see the players, but I see the chat. So
Yeah, so
well, go ahead.
so some of the questions that we had
Yeah, yeah,
as I go through them now, let me just um we had questions uh at what point in the holding, okay, when do I want to double up 2 or 3 away against larger than 4 away? um which tournaments am I planning to attend?
yeah,
People notice that I slow hit the clock,
yeah,
especially after I fan. So somebody asked whether that was part of my strategy, and I said it's really part of just making sure that I'm not playing quickly, that I'm in control, and I'm not getting frustrated at the dice. It's a dice game. Dice will happen. There's no need to be frustrated, and you can control only what you can control. And I try to stay in charge of my emotions, and slow hitting the clock just keeps me grounded, um, and keeps me not flustered.
that's great advice.
Um, uh, we talked oh, and then I talked a little bit about UBC and Michi's great play and
Yeah,
Hideki's great play and Mark Olson as well, playing really, really well in Turkey. And the three of them, I think Hideki did win, or it was close to winning.
Hideaki.
Um, okay, so and though it's going to be an amazing UBC in Monte Carlo. ZZ's got some tough competition. I could see, Michi taking that one down. He's playing so well. Um, do I like the dice on the checker rule? I'm actually now more of a fan of no, not liking it.
No,
Uh, I just think it causes more issues about whether the dice are legal or not legal than it's worth.
for us
Um,
in our group, we do it all the time, and once you know how to interpret the rule, it's not that hard, but it does save a lot of time, especially if you're rolling on the bear off side and all the checkers are in the board.
I find that the time saved is not worth the additional fighting that sometimes takes over on whether a dice counts or not.
Yeah, well, that's the thing in our group, everyone knows, and no one ever has a question about that. We did start a trial of a new rule, but that didn't work out.
Um, is it custom to reset the clock? I said, well, now it's part of the rules, so
Right.
whether it was sportsmanship before or not. Any backgammon nemesis that I have, and I noted that I've lost to Neil every time I've played him. I'm 0-4 in tournaments against Neil, and then I double checked some others, and I'm 0-3 against Dennis, and also 0-3 against Jerry. So that's a combined 0-10 against some three really great players, and I
Yeah.
love playing against them. They're really, really fun to play against. Um, a monitor for the championship matches and tournaments, I think that would be a good idea. It can allow the players to just focus on the game. So yeah, I'd be for that if we can. Oh, we talked about breaks, which was interesting. I don't know. I want to get your thoughts on this. Should one of the questions was, should we have rules on when one can take a break during a match?
I think there are
And
rules. It would have to be between games, and there's
yes,
a certain number of breaks based on the length of the match and a certain duration for breaks.
I'm not sure how often those are actually enforced though.
It's hard to enforce it, but now,
Um,
like if you've seen the IBF tournaments, they're very strict. They have monitors all over the place.
yeah, I was saying, what about if we had like every 55 minutes you can go on a break for 5 and you gotta come back in 5 minutes and play again on the hour. And then that's when the break is, every 55 minutes.
That's reasonable.
I'd be for something like that. Then that takes away the gamesmanship too, right? Because you see people who will lose 3 games in a row and then take a break to try to get the opponent off.
Yeah, yeah,
I prefer just there's the set times for the breaks and that's it.
yeah. I think for me, I tend to drink a lot of water, so my bladder won't hold up that long. But
I
I
think
don't. I don't.
55 minutes is fair.
Yeah, yeah. We,
Um,
we play 5 point matches in our local tournament, so we don't have issues in that. So we have some other questions in the chat. What thickness of checker is most preferred by professionals, 11 or 12 millimeters?
oh, I don't know. I don't know the
I like
thickness of
anywhere
checkers.
from 10 to 12, but like sometimes the crystalloids are 12.5 or 13. That's a little too thick for me personally.
Is this yours? No. I'll use it. Do you want one? No.
Looks like they're getting ready to start. Backgammon Made Gin asks if the USBGF is in need of stream commentators. Probably. I don't know who you are, but let me know and we can set something up. I'd probably ask Steen Connolly. And
Ready to go? All right, go ahead. Have a good one.
All
big
right,
hand.
here we go.
Looks like Michael's playing the dark blue checkers at the top. Gary, the light blue checkers on the bottom, bearing off on the left. 2 minutes per point
Wow.
on the clock. Yeah.
Michael goes right for the point on 6-4.
I feel like that's the right play. I think it is at 5-way, 5-way, and 7-way, 7-way. Now the right play is actually to make 2 point. It's
I
Steve Sachs says point counterpoint.
This just makes the
The 4.
4.
The only exception is when your opponent opens with a 3-1 and you roll a 6-4, you are to run. At least for money.
This just comes out to the 18.
I agree. Wow.
Hits, comes out and comes down, and then comes out with the last one.
You want to
'Cause
give
you,
them good sixes from the bar and unstack that
I
heavy.
I would come out now because you're winning the race, so you want to bring that checker around. So yes,
So
I
there's
would have come out because I was winning. Is this a double? 1 back against 3 back. Got 4 builders to make a point on the 5. I think this is a double, and I think it's a take. So it's
yeah,
a
a lot
good
of
double by
gaps.
Mike. This is a good double by, is it Gary? Yeah, Gary. I think there's a good double by Gary on the bottom there. And I think that this is just a take. You got a better board than your opponent.
I
What do
like
you
to look
think,
at the
Alex?
rolls. Yeah, so like I'm thinking of how many rolls point on head. So there's 6-3, 6-2, 6-1, 3-2, 3-1, 2-1.
I just think there's 4 builders for it, so that's like 16
Come on.
numbers right
So that
there.
one does it. There's also a 6-4 that hits on the outside.
Okay,
Big sequence for Gary.
huge.
Now he's got
This
some
would
gammons.
have a lot of gammons in it here.
Yeah, yeah.
I would play down and then, yes, I would
I think he
6-5.
played a
I'd
4-1.
risk it.
Yeah, 3-1. That's how I would have
I'd
played.
risk this. Yeah,
Oh, he
it
got
does
it.
get hit though. I think it was worth that risk.
Yeah. Now 5s and 3s are duplicated, but he gets both. This time it's a 5-4. It's close.
By the way, Alex, do you know what happened in the basketball game?
I don't know which basketball game we're talking. I've stopped following sports.
the 76ers Celtics game. I just remembered they're playing game 7 right now. All right, 1-3. How about just making the point inside? I like this.
Yeah. Oh, it's Paris Dorn. Backgammon made Jin. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good play. 5-2.
Hits. For sure. It's a great roll. Yes, hit. Maybe they fan.
Gets a checker out. When you have 3
Yeah.
checkers on 24, it's really bad.
Definitely. This is very, very clear to me. You hit. It's a joker. Pick up the dice. No,
Maybe
no,
it's-
no, no. This would be very bad. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So
he did it.
okay, good. Okay, I thought he was putting it back.
4-3.
And it hits. Now that was the risk, but you had to go for that. That had to
Right.
have been the right play.
Okay.
He wasn't rewarded for it, but he made a good play.
He's got a lot of good numbers here.
It makes the 3-point.
Makes the 3-point for sure.
Okay, then you
And
look
then-
around for the last one. Just come out.
I'd probably come out.
Just play 20 to 17. And don't
Yeah.
waste too much time.
It duplicates the hitting 5s.
This is where you don't want to be wasting too much time. Right?
There you go.
Is it that one or the other one? I don't know.
I don't
Now
know.
you've left
That's
2
the thing.
blots. I would have maybe hit the other because
Well,
it left 2 blots. I wouldn't
he has
have.
the same kind of choice. I think I
I
hit
would
on.
come out. I'd come out to the 20,
yeah,
probably. To the 16. I don't know. Who knows?
I was looking at it wrong. I thought he had a possible hit, but he came in with the 5.
All right, so we're blocking with the 5. So we play 13-8, and then the only other play is bring it around.
Yeah, I
There
agree.
it is. That's it. That's all you got. Hope to avoid a 6.
Got the 7.
Does. Run the back one, or run. I'd run guys.
I would run this one. It keeps pressure. It's harder to play behind.
Wow. Okay, the 76ers won. Wow.
Oh, thank you. So you can play 2 down or go to the 4-point.
I would play 2 down.
I agree. This is just awkward. Now your next 6 is going to give you problems. Okay, so that's
Doesn't matter. 2,
almost forced.
3, and yep.
So that's cocked.
Is it cocked?
Double 6, good for the
Wow.
race.
Okay, so now this means that light blue can play aggressively in the bear off, probably.
This is forced.
What was that? Light blue can play aggressively in the bear off here.
And now he has bad 6-5, 6-4, 6-3. 6-2 is playable.
Doesn't look good though.
No.
Kill the 6. Come in. I'd
And then-
slot both points. 7-5, 6-3.
What if he rolls something like 6-5, 6-4, 6-3, or 6-2? You have a shot with 2 blots on board. I would have killed the 6.
Yeah, you gotta come in. That I mean, why are we saving a 6? What that's You want to play a 6 out, so there's no need to save a 6. So
Now Gary has bad 6-5, 6-4, 5-4, double
yeah,
6.
there's no 6 to save, right?
Yeah, you don't need it.
Right? Because here now you're coming in.
Right.
Right? What we didn't do anything. Like
Oh,
the one has to go in. You're trying to save gammon.
he was
So
thinking if he gets a double shot with a 6-5 or a 5-4.
you're trying to save gammon at this point. You're not going to win this game.
Two
With the
crossovers.
You got to cross over with an ace. Every
Yeah,
time
yeah.
you roll an ace, when you have a man on the bar, it's got to go in.
There, now it goes in. 2-1 is forced. Looks like they're 8 checkers on light blue's 2-point.
Okay. Cross over with the 1 and make the point and come out with the 4 from the back.
He's considering making the 3-point, but this is much better. So he's got bad 6-2, 5-2, 4-2, 3-2. That was
Just trying
good.
to save gammon here. All the way. Now, this is why I don't like stacking the checkers. I think there's 4 checkers there. There you go.
It's hard in this type of board where it's short. It's a short distance. You can only fit 10 across.
Okay, yep. When your opponent has 4 checkers on the deuce, you got to run.
Yeah,
you're not going to get the...
now. So double 6 or better. Nope.
Okay, well, there's still an ace possibility. So here you can go... I would play 18, 12, and then I would play...
You don't get the double 3s, though.
Oh, you don't get the double 3s. I was trying to get the double 3s, so how do you get double 4s then?
This gets you double 4s.
Double 4s, 5s, and 6s are off.
Right. Okay. Didn't matter. We've got a great audience in the chat. So double gammon is big on the first game. You get 4 points. That's almost half of what you need.
4-0 immediately. Gary K on fire.
Is it Gary who does those videos for the Florida Backgammon Club channel?
I don't know. Have to X.
So slightly better.
Karen knows.
Yeah.
At the score, I think splitting is okay with that. I usually like to come down with the 4-1 like that, but at the score, I think
double 4. Point on head.
Usually don't like to make the deuce point with double 4s unless I'm hitting 2 checkers, but in this situation, I think it was right.
Yeah, the alternatives were worse.
So Michael's got to be itching the cube quickly here. Let's see what the response is. That's a good response. So,
especially when the opponent is 5 away, because now his the leader's recubes would be hindered.
So come in and I think lift.
Yeah, 10-8. Just minimize blots.
5-point. Got to make the 5-point here.
Yes.
There you go. When I or my opponent have 3 or more men back, Alex, I play as purely as possible. And here I have 3 men back, so therefore the 5-point is the purest play I can make, so that's what I do.
Right. Getting another checker sent back is not so bad. So now you make the 3-point?
The 3-point, yes. Well, hold on. I might bring it around and count the race. So, 40, 70, 100, 124, and 4. 128 for light blue. And then the other one is 84, 97, 109, 134, and 15. 149. 149 to 128 before the roll.
Oh yeah, Joe Calvaruso says that Gary does that. Thank you.
So 149 to 128. So it's 21 pips. Now it's 11 pips difference. So yeah, so running had to have been right there, Alex, because right he was up 20
yeah.
pips.
So there are exceptions.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and that usually yes. Usually if you're 3 or more men back, right, or if you're again that rule, Alex, is if I or my opponent has 3 or more men back. So if my opponent even has 3 men back, I'm playing purely because it's going to be a long game and you need to have a good position. So I'll take risks to make the 5-point or the 4-point.
So Gary can't double with the lead here, although that's a good roll. I think I just continue.
Ani is asking why. I'm not sure what the question is to why.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Please be more specific. The issue is there's a slight delay, so they're asking a question that we talked about 90 seconds ago.
So now we just have an anchor versus anchor game, right?
Wow, not anymore.
So this probably swings it all the way around and leaves the 5-shot, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to play safe.
I don't know.
He's worried about that strong board.
Yeah. I don't know what's right here. I don't know if it's right to swing it all the way around. I'd take a little bit more time thinking about it. I'd probably swing it all the way around, count the race, then see where I stood. That's
Right.
one I would have taken some more time on.
So now he runs.
Because blocking, yeah, we don't know what the race is here.
It's a little too late for me to start counting the race.
Yeah, they're going to be playing too quickly. Although that's what's... I can...
White.
119 for white?
Yeah. Let's see what he does. 108. Dark blue is ahead by 11 pips.
Yeah, I counted 109 for dark blue before the roll, so we were 1 pip off. So roughly
119 for light blue. That one's easier for me to calculate because I know that 52 on the midpoint and then the 33, so that adds up to 85, and then another 30 is 115, and 4 more is 119.
So dark blue is up, right? Yes.
By 9, yeah.
Even after the roll?
I think so.
I think it was up more after the roll, but well, so you should stop and count and make. Oh,
I don't think he had a big enough lead, but now
I don't know. I don't know. I want to see it. I want to count that because I that to me may have been a double.
I think now it's a double pass.
Especially, what did yours roll? 10.
Well, he rolled that double 6.
So let me see if I can quick get a picture there.
So
I'm gonna try to put that one in
right
after the 6-5.
Ed only clarified his question: why play pure with 3 back?
Okay, I will answer that in 1 second.
6-4. This is where you should run.
Okay.
Um,
So, Ed, you want to play purely with 3 or more men back for you or your opponent because it's going to be a very, very, very long game. Okay? And when it's a very, very long game, okay, you want to have the best, purest position you can have. Okay? You don't want to have, if you've escaped your checkers and you're bringing it home and you have a lead, right, then okay. Then you don't maybe play as purely. But usually, when you or your opponent has 3 or more men back, having a good pure position will be better for the long term.
right. And if you read like Paul McGreal or Walter Trice, they talk about that a lot, as well as Bill Roberti. Basically, if you have more checkers back, you have less to lose by getting another checker back because you're already behind in the race. Now
Is
he's
this
looking.
is this a double? It's close. Could see that he's got a better prime, but is
So now Michael's running out of timing.
yeah. That was the problem about potentially sending the cube.
He needs to reach for his back checkers. There you go, both up.
One for sure.
I think both for sure.
Yeah, I think both. I agree with you. Good play, Michael.
You get pointed on by one, you have a chance to anchor in the other. There. You can
All
hit
right, so
loop.
that comes in and then hits on the 4-point.
I might consider hitting on the 3-point for the distribution. But
I could see that.
let's see. But this is kind of good because you have 2s and 1s to cover and 3s work on the other side. You don't really want to cover with a 3.
I think I would just the 4-point just seems the purest of them, so that's probably why I do it. Nope,
That's
nope,
not worth
nope. That's it's on the wrong point there. Okay.
Well, now he just played a 4-3.
Yeah, that's right. That's illegal. That's illegal.
This is 3. Okay,
Yeah, if it was there, he would have just made the point quickly. That's not right.
all right. Am I?
Oh no! This is illegal.
It's not
That's
legal.
That's probably not right.
Okay, they're looking at it.
yeah.
Can you help us find original?
It's got to go back to the. Nope. Next point back.
Yeah,
It's on the 10.
10 point.
On the 10.
There
Yes.
you go.
Yes.
Pointed at it.
We'll let him.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's right.
Oh, they're pausing. Okay. So anytime you have an issue, it's important to pause the clock first until it's resolved, and then you resume the clock.
Yeah, this is the legal position. If it was on the 9, he would have immediately pointed on the head, right? So that would have been clear as day play, right?
Correct.
So that kind of tells us where it was, essentially. That it wasn't on the 9-point because the play would have been very, very easy.
But it's good to ask.
Good to double check.
Yeah. Michael
I don't
looking to
think
possibly
this is a
double
double.
bar. I mean, 4s, 3-1, and double 1.
I mean, it could be at the
Double
score.
4.
Maybe it is at the score.
Look at how double 4 would have played.
I could see it being at the score. A double,
Oh.
actually.
So now hitting cover.
Now it's not. Before maybe, with the direct shot, could have saw that.
Wow. Good roll. Now he may potentially be too good.
I would double. I would think about doubling this, Michael. Stop. You're down 4-1.
He's thinking.
I could see this being a cube.
Yes.
Even. I think maybe that was a double.
2 and
Not
bring it around.
anymore. But One
now
more roll.
he's low on
see if
timing.
let's see if Michael.
Gary's going to start to need to move those back checkers soon. Okay, so it closes the board.
Okay.
And he double now? I don't think so.
Okay, but this is one of those situations where. Okay, hold on a second, Michael. Hold on a second.
He's thinking, yeah, you should put the dice back. Michael's thinking of doubling here, which is legal.
I could see. Ooh, these are so tough.
These are.
GG, my favorite book for the doubling cube is the Trice book. This is now a double. I mean, this has got to be a double, for sure. Oh no! This is a double, Michael. I think maybe last roll it was a double. Now for sure it was.
Now
at least I would have. Now it might be too good. I don't know if he's thinking he's too good or not.
Yeah, cube like a boss is a good one. Oh, that's a good roll.
He still might have a double from here. No, obviously. Wow.
Now Gary might have a double.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah. I think Michael missed the cube. Now it's a drop. I don't know. This is tough.
Hard to take this one. Hard to take even when you're trading.
Yeah, I think we just passed this.
Michael's gonna need a quick 6.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you kind of what I think about in terms of doubling. So basically, you kind of use that thing, position, race, and threats, but you really need to have threats. So when I look at a position that I'm not sure of or I got wrong, I'll try to identify all the market losing sequences and then check on XG to see if I'm right, if I missed one or if I got too many. That's a really good way for me. And then you modify the position and so forth. The Price book is Walter Trice. Yeah, Backgammon Boot Camp. That's right. So now he anchors. 6-2. Okay, now you have to be careful of double 3s and double 5s. Six, 4. I think you just make the 2 point. Hitting loose would like an overplay.
Once you've made an anchor, you're doing pretty well. So, just making points is good.
Yeah, so that's a good anchor. No, we didn't mention it. It's a interesting score. 8 away, 4 away. It's kind of like the big brother to 4 away, 2 away, or little brother. I don't know about that, but it strips everything.
I didn't mind it.
I would have played 11-6.
This just brings the 2 in. This is a 50-50 game, right? I just call these anchor versus anchor games, and it's just who's going to leave a shot and hit it, or who's going to roll double 6s. It's a 50-50 game.
Mutual holding game. Or what does Mark Olson calls it, Anchor Wars. And Phil Simbor calls it Spy versus Spy.
So I'm not sure I would have left a shot. Although you got an anchor and a blot behind it, so you can play aggressively. Someone asked before about checker plays. Another one of my sayings is ABB, anchor, blot behind. So if I have an anchor I'm behind in the race and there's a blot behind my anchor, I play super, super aggressively with the checkers on the front end. Anchor blot behind is my saying.
Yeah.
How
Paris
about,
says
oh,
that 5-way you can still utilize a double gammon.
so maybe here you play 13-7-6-3. Again, thinking that you have a blot behind your anchor so you can play aggressively.
Hmm.
And you duplicate the ones. Make a little 3' in front.
I might
What
just
about
bring
that
2
play?
down. I might bring 2 down because then, like,
This was my initial thought. I'd rather him break the midpoint to hit me rather than break the 20 to hit me.
that's true. But it's, what is it? Kit Woolsey says spares on a 6-point are golden.
So this is 13 hitters, all 5s plus 4-1. I think I'd do this. This was my instinct.
This is one,
Duplicates the ones.
6, 2, 5, 3, and double 4, but not 5, 4.
That's not a great roll.
Guess you just bring 2 down.
I like this,
Like
covering the
that.
block.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good.
I like this. No double yet.
6,
That just covers
cover
from
the
the
3-point.
mid. Okay.
Yes.
Now if he gets a shot, let's see. No.
3, 2. Just play
That just
safe.
Yep, 13-8. Don't want to leave a shot with the 4-point board. And winning the game.
4, 2, so can't play from the back.
Yep.
Playing behind.
Okay, is that going to run out? I think so. I think we run right now.
I think it's time. Although XG always often plays like breaking the 8-point of these types of positions.
I would run now. I would have run and tried to control the outfield.
Now he covers. Right, now it's worse.
Yep, I would have run before. Now just make the ace, I think.
Or slot it. Yeah.
I would have made the ace point.
From the 4-point.
Yes. And leave a spare on the 6, because as you said, spares on the 6 are golden, right? So
now what?
now you're just playing off the bar point.
Yeah, one time Neil Castro. Go ahead.
Yeah, the play before 5-2 was to come out and control the outfield. Now you've given up the outfield control. So that's why I think the 5-2 before should have been out.
Yeah. Now he's going to need some doubles. So Neil Kazros once told me spares on the 6-point allow you to swallow bad rolls during the bearing. So he rolls. It's going to come out. And then you want to give him 11s and 12s? Or no, he's got to step up. Yeah. 10s and 11s?
10s and 11s.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
5 numbers.
9.
So
this might be a double. I think this is a cube.
Yeah.
Right?
Even because you get a gammon and that's the match.
I think we can double this. Right? What's the race? Slow down, Gary. I would maybe have doubled that.
Didn't hear you.
And now he's happy he didn't double because he didn't hit. Just play to the 6, I think, right? Leave him a deuce. Just play to the 6.
So that leaves 14 numbers. 2's double 1 and 6, 5.
I would have counted the race, and if it was close, I may have doubled.
Well, right now it's 80
I would have
for
thought about it. That would have been one my clock would have been running as I thought about it. I think that was the time to really think about the cube. I'm not exactly sure if it was a double or not, but I definitely would have thought about it longer than Gary did.
78, 72. Okay, so that put him ahead. 58, 72.
Now he's behind, and Gary and Michael probably has a double. Right? All right, stop and count.
That gap's gonna hurt him.
All right, let's count this. Which one are you counting?
58 for dark blue. 44,
Okay, that's 40, 44.
61.
61 to what? To 58?
58. Yeah. Extra
58
cost
for
that gap on the 5 point is going to hurt him. But
down. So up 3 with a gap on the 5.
And there's also that checker on the ace for light blue.
I think this is a double at the score. And 2 off the 6 now. 2 off the 6. I would cover that gap. I wouldn't have taken it off.
Yeah. Hello to Matt
That to me was pretty clear.
Now you fill in the gap.
Yeah, I would have filled in the gap with the aces.
So Gary's looking.
Yeah.
49.
49.
49.
49. And how many men off?
That's hard to see. You have to count how many men on. 2 off for white. 3 off. Be right back.
So this is why the gap was so important for Michael to fill in with the aces. It's hard to win when you have a gap on the 5 and 5 or 6 men on the 6 point. All right, now this is clearly a double for light blue and looks like a pass for dark blue. This is 10, 16, 19, 23, 25 for light blue, and 18, 23, and 12 is 35, and 2 is 37. This is a pass, yeah. Yeah. So Carl just sent me a photo of that double where I said Gary definitely should have stopped and thought about it, and he rolled on. It looked like it was a cube. My instinct while commentating was probably double, but definitely think about it, and it was a double, even at the score. So he rolled too quickly there, I think. Yeah, after the 1-1, it was come in, take off the 1, and then put 2 on the 5, I thought. So, next game. Now Gary is 3 away, and opponent is 8 away. So Gary is going to be super cautious. Excuse me, super cautious with the cube. Super cautious. Again, I've been saying this all night. Only double now when you have a race, a holding game, or a prime where you have a 5 or 6 prime, and it's a pretty stable position. Excuse me. There's my cats again. I would make the 11 point here. Making points is good.
Okay, so I see Gary got a double pass there.
Yes, it was.
1,
Clearly.
2.
And make a better anchor here. Come up. Yes, there you go. You don't want to be 5 primed on the 22.
Double 5.
Even at the score, I think I'd wait 1 roll here, I think, with 3 back versus 1 back. I think I could wait 1 roll.
You can double pretty aggressively, trailing 3 away. Wow.
I was going to say there's not many market-losing sequences, but that might have been one of them. I think I would have waited 1 roll because there wasn't that many market-losing sequences, but let's see, because even after that, right? Look, it's even after that.
It'll take.
So that's why I think I would have waited.
That works, and then you step up from the back.
Even though, you can be very aggressive when you're 8 away and your opponent's 3 away. So, probably wasn't that big of a mistake. I think I just would have waited 3 back versus 1 back situation.
I think I make the 3 point here. You make the 9 and you don't have a good 3.
I would come out, I think, we're winning, right?
Well,
so,
yes.
Yeah, this is what I would do.
Yeah, it does stack that 6
Yeah,
point.
but now you're just trying to get to a double. You already gave the cube, sorry. But I think we're winning. We just, there's minimal amount of gammons. Now you can make the, yep. Gary's just going to try to get his checkers in here. Just get your checkers in, Gary, so that you can make sure you get off any gammon. Yep, that's a good play. Gary should be focused on getting his checkers in.
At least they're coming after you, Joe.
Who is?
I heard the sirens.
Oh, yeah. Make 2 points. Is there any other place, Alex?
No.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's why it makes sense to hear the sirens, right?
Is there any other place to be than New York City?
I like New York. It's just too cold for me.
Yeah, it is cold. I like this. Give off the 15. Ooh, this is tough play.
I don't think I want to hit. That'll move him up.
Do we dupe the 2s?
That's what I was looking at. So
Yeah.
in the chat, if you guys can be a little bit more specific about the play and who it was for, that would be appreciated because we're on basically a 90-second delay, so we don't know which play you're talking about.
Just brings it in, or you can make the 9 as well. Blocking any 2-6.
It might be hard clearing the 9. Oh, 3-2. Okay.
Because then it would give you a 6 to make the point on his head. A 6,
right, right.
So I might have made the 9 because I typically like to make the point that is 6 away from the hole on my board. Does that make sense, Alex?
Yeah. So do you hit loose if you can here? This is tough because you like to go for the gammons.
There's so minimal gammons. I don't think I would. I try to let them crack. I think it's not worth the risk. I would wait. I basically would let blue roll here. The gammons are so minimal That is not worth the risk.
Matt says he thinks you're in Compton.
Now you can hit.
Now because the board is closed.
GG, there's nowhere else besides New York City. That's all there is.
Did you grow up in New York?
Long Island.
Okay. That doesn't count as New York.
It's not as fun. No, it's not as fun. Not as fun.
And now do you live in Manhattan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anywhere else?
There's Brooklyn. There's Queens.
All right. So now he's just Michael should fish for the checker if he can.
Hit loose. Just hit loose.
I don't know. Sometimes the computer says just close it out rather than risk rolling a bad number.
Okay, so how does it look like?
I would just close it out here. Yeah. I agree.
Okay, that's what he does.
You don't want to do that and then roll 5-5. You know what I mean? Just close out and be happy you win 2 points, right?
Yeah. Quick double 6 will get him back.
It never happens. Alex, it never happens.
Never happens.
Never happens.
6-1.
Well, there's definitely some wins in this for you know, a couple doubles and aces by you know, continuing aces from Michael. Like Michael keeps rolling aces here. You know, here it is, another one, you know.
4-2. Another 4-2.
So now he's missing on aces and twos. So can Gary roll a double?
He's gonna need doubles.
Stack it up on the 4. Stack it up on the 4.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, you know, I would have stacked it up on the 4. Because double fives would have got 3 off as well the other way. So
I'll tell you some interesting things about New York after this game. Okay, he still has a chance. Okay, so that's good. So
all right.
I was looking, you know, when I first heard about like Queensboro. Why is it called Queensboro? Is there a Kingsboro?
Kings County.
Actually, Manhattan is considered king.
Manhattan is Manhattan County. Kings County is in Brooklyn.
But they consider like Manhattan is Kingsboro, like Queens is Queensboro. Yeah.
But I do think it's Manhattan County. So
is
whenever I have
the borough, I don't know.
Well, it is a county as well. It's a borough for the city and then county for the state, I believe. So whenever
2-1,
when people ask what county, you know, when I fill out a form that says what county I'm in, it's Manhattan. Make the point.
Another joke about New York. Do you know why New York is called the Big Apple?
Go ahead.
Because it's big. Otherwise, they would call it the regular apple.
Okay.
I told my cousin that when she was moving to New York. She thought it was hilarious. So now.
To Matt Peterson, how do I consider cubes there? I definitely, I consider the count and I do adjustments, you know, based on gaps or extra checkers on the ace, blah, 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 all that.
Redoubles. He's talking about redoubles. But it's the same idea. Georgia O'Keefe count.
Who's 4-2? This is so I would make the point inside for sure. Does dark blue have a double based on the score as well?
Possibly. I feel like it may be easier to call them black and white.
Yeah. Dark and light. Whoa, hold on. Stop. Think. Double. Hold on. This is 12 men in the zone, 3-point board, down 6-3. I would double this.
And what are the good rolls? 6-1-5-2 on the outside, and then
I think it's a take.
40.
Good take. It's a thin double. Just based on the score, really, it's a double. That's the only
Really?
reason.
This,
What
yeah,
about hitting? What about hitting?
I think you want to get to the edge. I think hitting just like puts him on a point where, 6-3.
I might have hit there just for the,
The tempo.
put 2 in the air. Yeah.
Wow, now he's not going to redouble.
No, never. Right? Never a redouble here. This is just go for the gammon for the win.
Matt didn't like that joke. I'm used to it. They say I need new material.
Okay, I think maybe with that, I'd like to know whether it was right to hit with that 4-1. Just with that many men in the zone, putting 2 in the air, and going for the gammon that way, I think maybe, even if it was the last spare on the 6, maybe I'm playing, a little bit post the bad, the bad sequence, but I don't know. I would have thought about hitting there.
Yeah. Matt Patterson said even Gary is holding his head after that joke. So hit and come to the 6-point?
Yep. Continue with the same checker.
It's Keith Count, Matt. Keith.
Makes the point inside. This is looking good for Gary K here. Ace comes in. Michael hoping to make an ace point game.
Guess I go to the 7 with the 1. Well.
Yep, I like that. Yep, bring it in.
Bring it in like that. You're sort of duplicating your 3s.
Okay, I'm not sure. I wouldn't give up the prime. I would not give up the prime. You never know. I wouldn't give that prime up right now.
He's going for the closeout.
All right, now you can hit.
Step up.
Step up.
Oh,
no good.
Stop. Gets another chance. There you go. Now 6-2.
Aces, right? Come in.
Okay.
1. Okay. Now he's got the ace point game. He can kind of breathe a little sigh of relief.
6-2 twice.
Yeah. 1-6 out of the you would have seen a slam right here. If this 1-6 comes out, you'd see Gary hit that clock so hard.
All right, double 1. Come in. I guess you step up.
Step up.
And yeah.
Well, leave it slotted. I would leave it slotted.
Oh, he's afraid.
You wanna make the prime. 3 men back. Step up. See, I'd be stepping up and making the prime now. It goes back to what I was telling you, GG. Slot escape cube when you have a 5 prime. That is, keep the 5 prime slotted. Four, 3. Just enough pips to stay, to not break. 1-5, 1, and it hits inside. Hits. Got to hit. Can't go to the ace in a game like this. No. I think hitting. Cannot go to the ace in this type of game. Got to hit on the 3 there. Gotta hit. Got to hit. You gotta play a little stronger here. You're I mean, you're down 6-3. I think hitting would have been right. Um, then they fan, you make the point, you come out with a 6. I think the hit with the 1-5 was was clear to me. Two in. I would have slot the 4 point because you want to make that 4 point. Deuce point is not as important. Runs all the way. 5-6. Slot the 4. Slot the 4 point with the 3. Oh, like this is Gary's roll. Excuse me. I would just clear the back. Clear from the rear here. Off the 5 is what I would have done. Clear the rear in that type of position. The slots, again, 3-2, I would have cleared the back. Just makes the point. All the way. All the way with 6-3, hoping for a shot with 2 high numbers. Okay, now the last guy has to stay there, hoping for an ace. So that just swings it around, and then you hope Gary rolls an ace and get the double shot. Get a single shot though to get off the gammon. Single shot to get off the gammon. Doesn't do it. Ball game over. Well, it was really, really nice to be here tonight with good friend Alex Ashagian. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight in the chat. It was really, really lovely to be here. Thank you for all the questions. For a half hour as we held shot. I really appreciate. I hope Alex is coming back so we can sign off again. Great win by Gary Koscielny, who is now, I think, the only undefeated player left in the Charlotte Backgammon Invitational. So congrats to Gary K. And a good game by Michael, just not enough. Gary's been playing well and is getting rewarded with some good wins. I'm just waiting for Alex to come back so we could sign off, and also for it to end on the chat as well there. Really a pleasure to be here with everyone. All right, where's Alex so we can sign off? I think this is the last game of the night, so there will be no more matches tonight. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I'm just going to check what time. Let's see. Schedule. Tomorrow, Sunday, round 6 is at 9:30 a.m. 9:30, early morning. And of course, yes, thank you to all the people in the chat. Really appreciate you guys. Really was good conversation. So thank you so much. And thanks to Graham and to Stu as well, of course. Thank you to everyone. And thanks, Tony. I appreciate you. All right. Well, I guess. Oh, here's Alex. Yeah, I was just about to sign off, and here you are. I was waiting for you to sign off, Alex.
I just got back.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to sign off so we can sign off together.
Oh yeah, thank you. So I
Well,
guess Gary won the
9:30
book again.
a.m. 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning.
9:30 a.m. So did you go through the brackets to see what's going on?
I just
I pulled it up. So now Gary is 5-0. And
yeah,
then
Gary's the
April and
last
Mike,
undefeated.
yeah, April and Michael are 4-1.
Okay.
And then we have Blake Fleetwood, Ray Fogelin, Mike Horry, and Quinn Swanger all at 3-2.
So that's really it then. The winner will either be Gary, April, or Michael.
Oh, is that how it works? You
Oh
can't.
wait. Oh no. Well, we're still waiting for GL against Ben Friesen. So one of
Oh,
them will have one loss too. So and also Josh Isaac and Robert Kratz and Stubby and Lynn and Knapp and Litzenberger. So there will be some more. There will be some more.
right.
Tony, yes, you can connect with me. Connect at my email address, which is my name, number 1 at gmail.com. Joe
Yes.
Urso1 at gmail. You can connect with me. I'm happy to chat with you.
Joe, do you give lessons? They're asking.
Yeah, you connect with me at my email address.
Yeah, you can send me an email too. Okay, so I guess we'll see you tomorrow if I'm around.
Yeah, 9:30 a.m. And Stu, thanks again for having us.
Yeah,
And
thank you,
really
everyone.
good to see everyone. And congrats to Gary on being the only undefeated player. And congrats to April and Michael and the rest of the players with only one loss as well who are still remaining. Alex, pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Likewise, everyone have a good night. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.